Can you imagine driving at night on a lonely road and finding something you've never seen before? Probably someday it will happen to you. It can range from a simple wild animal to everything we thought did not exist. Stay and enjoy because we're about to see the unimaginable. A person without a torso. This unusual fact happened when a couple were traveling in their car on the road from Seville, a road called A457, joining Loura del Rio and Carmona, where numerous tragic accidents have happened that could be due to these ghosts in the highways. The couple said that they saw legs crossing the street without being able to give credit to what they saw. They were dark legs, clearly without a torso. The man hit the brakes upon seeing this strange spectral shape. Amazed and doubtful of what they had seen, they stated that they had looked at those legs crossing from left to right. Once reaction set in, the couple immediately resumed their way away from that place. The woman. In 1984, on July the 15th, on the road from Almaraz to Navalmoral de la Mata between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning at kilometer 190 of the National 5 in a place known as Las Viñas, a strange event took place. Several drivers returning by the road I mentioned were astonished when they saw a woman dressed as a bride hitchhiking. The woman, according to their testimonies, was in the center of the roadway and seemed as transparent as glass. A truck driver got her to climb on his truck, and as he revealed after 3 kilometers of journey, she literally disappeared from the vehicle. It is possible that the people emotionally involved in these events describe them with the best will in the world and that they can only tell the truth as they perceived it. But it may happen that this truth of theirs does not match what actually happened. UFO. Cadiz is one of these provinces of Spain with significant activity in the field of the inexplicable, from the inherent UFO phenomena to others of a more complex degree, such as Martian apparitions or enchanted houses. This time we find something different, with what the witness described as a humanoid on the road. We found ourselves on the night of last Tuesday to Wednesday when a person, ALG, was driving his vehicle in the vicinity of Cadiz, a few kilometers from entering the city. At one point, something happened that for him is incomprehensible. It was 3:15 a.m. when I was close to arriving. I was struck by the fact that at that moment there was no car, but it wasn't something strange either. It was then when I saw a bright light on one side of the road. It was like a flash of surprise when suddenly, with the headlights of the car, I illuminated something that was in the middle of the road. It was like a being of a meter or meter and 20 in height. I did not see the features, it was dark, or the darkness of the night made it seem so despite the headlights of the car, and it had bright eyes. I braked to avoid running it over and it ran to the left with some walking impairment, walking on both legs, he said in astonishment. Surely many people are wondering why he didn't take a picture of that being, but you have to understand that in many occasions, astonishment trumps the capacity to react. Surely the last thing that ran through ALG's mind was to take out his cell phone and start recording. Giant snake. A young man, around 22 years old, was driving down a desolate Colorado road when he suddenly began to hear the leaves of the trees on his right side move. At first, he didn't give much importance to the fact. He thought it was just a strong wind. Imagine his surprise when he saw an enormous snake cross the desolate road. The animal's size was so unusual that he compared it with the length of 2 school buses, with the thickness of a car. Luckily for him, the animal only crossed the road, escaping through the dense forest.